Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. My name is Callie, and this is another weekend of Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. The piece that I just played for you is one of my favorite little Christmas tunes by Bach. You can find it on the Tomplay app, and if you use my code in the link below, you get 2 weeks free trial of their annual subscription, which means you get access to the entire library for 2 weeks, which if you haven't already taken advantage of it, right now would be a great time to do that because you can whip out all those Christmas tunes and play it for your family and friends over the holidays, or just have a ton of fun all by yourself. Anyway, I thought that would be a great example to use to talk about tips for playing over the break nice and smooth and beautifully. Before we get into that, I want to say thank you patrons, thank you channel members so much for your support over the past couple of years. I really appreciate it. If you are in the spirit of giving and you want to support my channel during the season, please consider becoming a patron or channel member in the link below in my video description. Members get access to etudes that I post each week and lots of other cool perks, including monthly Zoom calls and all kinds of stuff like that. So I hope to see more of you guys there. All right, now back to the music. The first big tip here that I have for all of you today for playing over the break is to make sure that you are using enough air support. So there are a few things that I've been thinking about lately for improving my air support. So the first thing is making sure that I'm taking a very deep breath. And so one of my favorite things to imagine is breathing in using the word home to really fill up from the bottom. The other thing that I like to imagine with taking a big breath in and using good air support is imagining expanding from all the way around my body, including the back. So really filling up the rib cage and my abdomen with air. It really feels nice to fill up from the belly up. And then the other thing that I think about when it comes to air support is the exhalation itself. And so we don't ever want to hold our breath or tense up in our throats once we've taken our breath. You know, we've all been there. And then, we hold it back in our throat, and then we have all this tension, and then we don't sound good, and our embouchure gets all messed up, and our tone, and then we squeak, right? So my suggestion is to time your breathing so that once you have filled your lungs with air, you begin to exhale immediately. Along those same lines, when you go to exhale, make sure that you are really whooshing your air through the entire length of the instrument. So I like to imagine just like shooting my air all the way across the street to really reach my sound as far as possible. So those are my tips on air support and breathing, which should help make those transitions over the break a lot easier. The other big thing that I think is really helpful for sounding good over the break is making sure that all of the fingers are covering the holes at the same time. So little chirps and squeaks and honks can happen if our fingers are unevenly pressing the keys down over the break, okay? So one of the things you can do to work up to that is to practice playing low notes and then pressing your register key. So we'll just start with the hardest one, low E. So that position that you're in when you press the register key off of a low E, that's where you should be when you go over the break, okay? So you gotta aim your fingers for that exact same spot every single time. So you can practice little pinky exercises and finger exercises to make sure your low notes are really sounding good and confident. And then you can practice doing that up the register to practice covering the holes and making it sound really smooth. And then the final tip that I have for you guys today for going over the break is making sure that you're not changing anything in your embouchure or jaw position. So if you do everything right, you shouldn't have to move anything at all when you're going over the break. It should be exactly the same. So there shouldn't be any extraneous motion with the jaw, no changing of the oral cavity or the tongue position. So you keep your tongue high, keep your air whooshing forward, keep your corners tight, and just play. All right, so if you are part of the Facebook group, I would love to hear your favorite Christmas tune. Just hit record, post it up on the Facebook group, and if you're not, I hope you would consider joining and taking part in all of the fun little practice videos that we've all been posting every week. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, a good week next week, and as always, oh wait, Merry Christmas and happy practicing.